Happy Friday. Aranya is already congratulating me on my huge victory today of, of a huge Friday stream, which has only begun. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the foresight to know that this is going to be awesome. I'm so glad. Thank you for the positivity. No doubt. No doubt. Thank you. I feel very positive, not because my voice is coming back. Well, also that. Not just because I woke up from taking a nap out on my backyard. I was petting the dog and I was like, yep, I'm tired. I'll go to bed right here. And I set myself a good little alarm because I would never wake up if I didn't set an alarm. And I just, cuddled with the dog in the backyard and fell asleep for about a half hour. It was great. It was awesome. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. If you need a pillow, bring a pillow. But, my arm sufficed. So if you see any loose grass in my hair or something, that's what's going on. It's funny. All right, well, let's dive in. We'll play connections. I posted my grades today. A couple of things happened during school today. I posted my grades. We had a mildly informative meeting about what classes we would be taking on next year, like more or less how many sections of each. The minimum that a full-time teacher can do is 12 sections. The maximum they could do, of course, if there's A day and B day, 4 periods per each, and then 2 semesters, right? 2 times 4 times 2 again is 16 possible. And I have potentially 17 available sections. So I am full to the brim for next year as they start building the calendar, building the schedule. I am not wanting for kids wanting to take my class, which is awesome. So I'm celebrating that win, as are many of my friends that are in my cohorts that are joining in and having people take their classes, which is awesome. So yeah, we have lots of reasons to celebrate. I know I am in demand. I'm in demand. I should start charging for entrance fee or something. No, I'm just kidding. Which is great. A lot of us complain about not having much rigor in other classes, right? You always point the finger at another class and say, well, their class, people just want to join that class because it's not rigorous and you can just kind of sit around and do whatever and still get a grade. Oh no, in my class, you work your tail off. You work your absolute behind off. In my class, I think sometimes people go into it thinking it's an easy A class and then are kind of disappointed when it's not. They're like, oh wow, this is a hard class. Okay. But then, love every minute of it, right? They absolutely love every minute of it, which is awesome. I don't let up on Fridays. I don't let up on, a shortened schedule day. It's, every day is business as usual, and we work very hard and we do fun things. We work hard, we play hard. So, and kids definitely respond well to that. So I'm happy about it. All right. Well, in the connections puzzle today, we've got perfect, brick, pass, none, palindrome, just saying, great, all, prime, some, okay, I think I see one of them, few, nah, fourth, even, next time, Berlin, irrational, and later. Okay, so the first thing I saw, and this could be a red herring. I fell headfirst into a red herring yesterday. Was some, none, few, and all. Okay, but then the other thing I see is types of numbers. I see irrational numbers, prime numbers, even numbers. I don't know. Maybe that is one of them. Okay. Oh, wow. Purple? Are you kidding me? Wow. Homophones of non-numeric amounts. All, none, few, some. All right. So then, speaking of numbers, I see prime numbers, even numbers, irrational numbers, later numbers, brick numbers, maybe perfect numbers. I feel like whatever I guess here, it's going to be one away. I don't think it's perfect numbers. Great numbers? No, these are like mathematical terms. How about pass? Next time. Later. Nah. Okay, no thanks. Yeah, I'll pass. Thanks. That's funny. Usually I get the harder one and the easy one for last, not for starters. That's so funny. That doesn't really feel like a purple. That felt like it stuck out like a sore thumb. Great. Oh, Great Wall, Berlin Wall, breaking the fourth wall, and brick wall. Love it. Oh, so perfect was correct. Okay, prime numbers, irrational numbers, even numbers, and perfect numbers. Perfect. Don't we just mean like, are perfect numbers just like the whole numbers? We could just say whole numbers, right? Okay, honestly, for a Friday, super easy. I feel like that they kind of lagged up today for us. Homophones for non-numeric amounts. This is a nondescript, how much? We're not saying how much. All for like the thing that you can poke a hole through leather, an awl. None, right, that wears a habit and lives in the abbey. Few for phew, if you just barely get the answer to the puzzle in the nick of time. And then some, lots of number things here. Non-numeric amounts. Yeah, the sum is adding all of them together. Yeah, no thanks. Later. Nah, pass. Next time. I love those. Just kick the bucket until next time. Blue is kinds of walls. You got the Berlin Wall, the brick wall, the fourth wall, and the Great Wall of China. The fourth wall is a movie term, technically also a theater term, but if you were in a theater watching a story being told, there are essentially four walls, right? The two side curtains, the back curtain, and then this invisible front curtain that we are invited to peer into. And good storytelling devices will allow you to peer into the fourth wall. Kind of those meta extra storytelling devices, especially recently, think Ferris Bueller and so many. Deadpool, right? Have you not only peer into the fourth wall as like an anonymous kind of observer, but also like be present in the picture. It's like self-aware, and they look and they break the fourth wall. So that's the fourth wall. Most people's introduction to the fourth wall is breaking the fourth wall, which is an okay start, but just the theory of the fourth wall is that storytelling device of having us sort of peer into the proscenium and observe, right? So put us in the right place at the right time for the right reason. That's how I teach it, to get your story told in the most efficient, best way. Kinds of numbers. You got even numbers, irrational numbers, perfect numbers, and prime numbers. I would assume that perfect numbers are just whole numbers. Prime numbers are the ones that aren't divisible. I'm going to look up perfect numbers. A positive integer that equals the sum of its proper positive divisors. The first few are 6, 26, 496, oh, because they add up to, oh, got it. So not only are we multiplying, but we're also adding. So like 6, the factors are 1, 2, and 3, add up 1, 2, 3, and you get 6. So that's clever. I don't know if I've heard that, and I don't know why you'd ever need to know that. Prime numbers, you see prime numbers in all sorts of patterns and things. Irrational numbers, that's the one that makes your head scratch. Even numbers, of course, are just the opposite number of the odd numbers, right? Cool. All right. So today, why does it think I'm right-clicking today? What is happening here? Today in the Mini, we got the top corner clunked out of it. Blank Queen. Yes, Queen. Slay. Waiter's handout. Maybe a menu. Waiter would hand you a menu. Tiny invertebrate that, when grouped in the thousands, make up coral. It's like a sponge. Maybe not. Scoop of sour cream. How about a dollop. I just realized that our Mini is not so mini today because it's 6 letters across, not 5 letters across. Spicy wing as seen on a popular YouTube talk show. That is a hot one. Comparative suggested by this visual puzzle. PQRSTUV. Why is S lower? Superscript? Subscript? That doesn't fit. I don't know. Like SpongeBob and Spirit Airlines are yellow, right? Their theme yellow. Bueller. Anyone? So I must have spelled this one wrong. Anyone? Meal suggested by this visual puzzle. PQRS. I don't know. We'll come back to it. Molto bene. Is that how you spell it? MOL. Amenity in a Florida backyard. There's a pool. Agency at the center of 2026 government shutdown. Slow. The Department of Homeland Security. And then over here, slower. Meal, supper. Oh my gosh. That's clever. You got the Wordle in 6 today? Well, phew. Why does it delay? The last couple days it's been delaying. I have a great internet connection. I'm pumping almost 9,000 megabytes to you per second. So I don't know why it's delaying. New York Times got to get the good head on their shoulders. All right, very clever. Yes, Queen. YAS. Waiter's handout. They'll give you a menu. Tiny invertebrate. When thousands make up a coral. Polyp. Oh, I think I have heard that word. Polyp. Right? Aren't there like polyps that can grow in your body too? Like cancerous polyps? A scoop of sour cream. A dollop. Polyp dollop. Spicy wing as seen on the popular YouTube talk show Hot Ones. Comparative suggested by this puzzle. Slower. So S lower. Very clever. Like SpongeBob and Spirit Airlines. Those are the yellow ones. Bueller. Anyone? I can't make that voice. You know that classic voice. I forget the guy's name, but he had a talk show or game show for a while. Steal Ben Stein. Steal Ben Stein's money. Yeah, Ben Stein. Bueller. Meal suggested by the visual puzzle. PQRS, and then S is upper, supper. And then molto bene. I don't speak a lick of Italian, but I'm glad I spelled that right. And then an amenity in a Florida backyard, a pool. And then the agency at the center of the 2026 government shutdown, the Department of Homeland Security. Yeah, what a nightmare. Nobody's perfect, right? Some people are more perfecter than others, I guess. All right, chat bubbles. I see some bubbles in here. Maybe we can make some wordplay out of it. Non-kosher lunch meat. Oh, ham. Woohoo! Tomorrow's Saturday. How about TGIF? Thank goodness it's Friday. Round roof on some stadiums. How about a dome? Okay, technically stadia, I'm just saying. Kinda, in a way. Kinda. Sorta. Kinda. Hauled off to the impound lot. Maybe towed. Coarse suit material. I was going to say mail, like chain mail. Is it tweed? Maybe tweed. Elaborate prank. Joke. I don't know. We'll come back. Citizen of Copenhagen is a Swede. That doesn't fit. Make an oopsie, to err. Phrase number 1 you might see to use to slide into a DM as you literally do into this puzzle. I don't know. Soda can feature. How about a tab? School assessment. Yuck, a test. Oh, it could be quiz, though. It's probably test. I don't know how many Q's are going to be in here. US coin that you might turn on. Oh, you turn on a dime. You're funny. Zoran Mandami is a mayor. Mayor of New York City, for better or for worse. Craze and excitement. It's mania. I don't know. Does that fit? We might have to change some of these. Audibly. Loud. Uneasy feeling. Uneasy feeling. An urge. I don't know. Stretched with no slack. Taut. 100-yard racing event. A bit of dash. Phrase 2. How... What? How art you? How art you? Huh? Visa rival. Oh, Amex. Right? American Express. Get right out of town. I feel like that's greetings. Oh, that makes more sense. It's not test. Stop right-clicking. Exam. Oh, good heaven almighty. Exam. And this is YOU. If that's a pickup line, those are pretty poor pickup lines. Alright, one might be slammed or held open. A door. Freeze. To dog owners. Stay. It's not stop. It'd be stay for a dog owner. Part of BTW. By the way. Blue party supporter. How about a Democrat? Like a rock or rocket science. It's hard. Because the other one's hey. The phrase you might slide into a DM. Hey. Horse and buggy community. Amish. To beat the drums. Name found in bandanas. Dana. That's funny. And then angst. Nice. You're eating at Del Taco? Del, yeah. That's funny. I do. I sound like I have a frog in my throat. Honestly, it's getting better. A couple days ago, it was terrible. Oh, my gosh. I was down to a hoarse whisper. It was pretty awful. Now I just sound like someone who needed to quit smoking a couple decades ago. All right. A non-kosher lunch meat. Ham, because it's pork. Pork is non-kosher. The cloven hoof. Woohoo. Tomorrow's Saturday. TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. Rounded roof on some stadia. I'll say it the right way. Stadia. The dome. Let's see, the Astrodome, right? Kinda, sorta, in a way. Toad, hauled off to the impound. Tweed, the coarse suit material. Elaborate prank, a hoax. It's more than just a prank, isn't it? Citizen of Copenhagen is a Dane. Oh, yeah, Danish. What did I say? Swede? I need to know my geography better. Make an oopsie, to err. Phrase number 1, you might slide into a DM, as you literally do into this puzzle. We slide into the DMs by saying, hey. That's probably not going to go very far if all you're saying is, hey. Soda can feature, the tab. School assessment, an exam. More than just a test, more than just a quiz. The U.S. coin that you might turn on a dime. It's pretty funny. And then Zoran Mamdani is the mayor of New York City. He shows up in puzzles every once in a while. I think they just have to, praise his name in all that they do. It is the New York Times after all. You gotta remind him who keeps him in business or something. Craze and excitement, mania. Audibly, out loud, aloud. Uneasy feeling, angst. I'm feeling angsty. Stretched with no slack, taut. And dash, 100-yard flash, 100-yard dash. Now some of these down clues we didn't even get to. How are you? I don't know, that might go somewhere in a conversation. Visa rival, Amex, American Express. Size smaller than large, med for medium. Get right out of town. Greetings. I feel like if I were opening my DMs and I saw greetings, I would feel like I'd be, it sounds like a neck-bearded, just nerd guy with no social skills. Greetings, earthling. Like what? Suffix for media or social. Meteorite, socialite, yeah. Passing craze, a fad. One might be slammed or held open, a door. Freeze to dog owners, stay. Part of by the way, BTW. Blue Party supporter is a Dem. Like a rock or rocket science, hard. Yeah, rocket science would be hard. Horse and buggy community, the Amish. Play as the drums. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drums all day. So Tyson says greetings in the chat. Okay, but you're not a neckbeard with no social skills. To cross off a list, to X out. Don't worry, Tyson. I put you higher on the list than a neckbeard with no social skills. Actually, I haven't met one of those in a long time, so I guess we're safe. Name found in bandanas. How about Dana? That's clever. Padded surface for wrestling matches, the mat. I was actually having a conversation on Monday about how mat could be kind of interpreted different ways. MAT is like, a gym mat or a mat board for art. And then MATT is the name, Matt for Matthew. And then MATTE is like matte versus glossy. It's like shiny versus not shiny. In the same style as a la Blue Ronda a la Turk. Or pie a la mode. A la mode means of the fashion. So it was of the fashion to add ice cream to your pie. Angry, mad. Mad. I feel stark, raving mad. Okay, Wordle. Why do you keep thinking I'm right-clicking? I need a mouse. That's what I need. I need a mouse. Okay. Still playing hard mode. Pleat. Okay. Good start. I wonder if it's ATE. Like GRATE. Great. It's not. Okay. about mated, mates, dates, baited. Let's try that. Okay, well, we nailed that. Flatten, datten, wetten. Latex. Matey. Yar, matey. Hated. To some he's loved, to others he's hated. Okay. I got my finger on the wrong key. To batten batten down the hatches. That's not correct. It's not it's not my nemesis water. What in the world? I've only got 2 guesses left, too. Okay, I feel good about something A-T-E-N. Watton? Catten. The only thing I can think of here is batten, but I don't think that's how it's spelled. Batten down the hatches? It's not a word. That's not how it's spelled. Tater. The R's already taken up, though. Fatter has 2 T's. No, I can't do an R. There's no R. But that'd be a wasted guess, wouldn't it? Fatten? Not a word. Like payee, but P is not available anymore. I'm at a loss for words. I have no more words that I could make. We got ATE in the right order. It's in the middle. Now what? Decatur. The R's already taken. It's not an R. Why am I struggling so bad with this? Is there a double letter I'm not thinking of? You know, blank ATEE. Fatty. It'll be T, fatette. Why am I not thinking of this? Latex. There's only so many letters. I got my fingers in the wrong keys again. I don't know. I don't know. There are no words that do that. There are no words that do that. This is crazy to say because we're this is like breaking my own rule, but here I'm gonna look at the chat. There's no answers, I know that, because you guys know better. But I'll ask. I'll look at the chat. Am I close? Am I close? I got something ATE. What? Am I getting close by saying EN? Is it an EN word? No, I don't want you to tell me the answer. No. I'm at a loss here. I could not tell you what happens next. Is this a kindergarten word that I just can't think of? Oh, good. Thank you. He says, SG, I can always handle a good old hint from you. You were close when you used a letter at the end. Okay. I will keep that in mind, that there was a letter at the end. Was it a double letter? Was it an N at the end? I had a yellow E in your second word. Yeah, no, you're right. I know I'm close. I can't even Oh, it's a repeat. Okay. Could be a repeat. So we got Stadia, Batia, Or maybe it repeats at the beginning. T-A-T-E. Tatten. All right. Eric the Fruit Bat. I think you're right. Fruit Bat's got it. Take a break, have a snack, think about it. I'm going to come back. You guys, that is here. You know what? I'll do my old tactic that I used to do in the Letterboxd. Here. Do my old tactic from the Letterboxd is I will blank A-T-E blank water. Oh gosh, I dropped my pen. Well. Oh yeah, I had to look up what a perfect number is. I didn't know. You got the group anyway? I had to look it up afterwards. It's a number like 6 that the multiples of 6, say, are like 1, 2, and 3. Well, add up the multiples, 1, 2, and 3 equals 6. That's what a perfect number means. You're about to reunite with your crash or your crush? Yeah, the sum of its proper divisors. Right, exactly. All right. Out of sight, out of mind. I've got it here. And otherwise, it is out of my hands. Strands. Mountain band. Are these like mountain ranges? Mountain band. Or are these about music bands? Jonas Brothers? Mountain band. Okay, a mountain band will have a guitar. Maybe a mandolin, a banjo. Mandolin. Okay. Bluegrass. Whoa. Bluegrass. Music. Bluegrass music. How about a fiddle? A banjo. Banjo. Or a harmonica. I was actually just thinking the other day why I thought it'd be fun to pick up the harmonica. And then the middle kind of makes like a juice harp. You can play the jug, play the drum. Mountain band. Bluegrass. You got the banjo, the mandolin, guitar, harmonica, fiddle. Think, what was the name of that band? They played This Side. Remember? Foreign on this side. You know, the grass was blue. Yeah, I bet the grass outside your house right now is Kentucky bluegrass. Mountain band, fiddle, banjo. I actually learned to play a tiny bit of banjo for a play that I was in one time. Played the banjo. All right. Well, we still haven't hit this one. Still haven't hit this one. It just hit me. Eaten. Has had eaten. Let's go. Okay. You were right. Anteater. No, fruit bat, not anteater. Eric the Fruit Bat. I was talking about eaten, It made me think of Anteater. Oh my gosh, I need to go back to bed. Out in the sun, I told you I fell asleep in the grass. I was picking grass out of my hair right before I came on and went live. Oh, Eric the Fruit Bat. That you said it exactly. Exactly. Have a snack, take a break, and think about it. I have plenty of snacks today. Tons of snacks. I'm over snacks today. But golly. Pleat, great, mates, hated, and then I go, wow, what the heck? There are no other words that do this. No, your anecdote was absolutely 100% true. Because when I came back to it, I was like in a different mindset, right? And then I came back to it and I went, okay, what could this be? What if it's a double letter like SG said? And what if it's... Oh, EAT, that makes a word. Oh, the N is available. Eaten. I was close. You were right. It was an EN word. I'm glad that you didn't just outright tell me that. Tomorrow I should play Deal or No Deal. The Flash game. Oh, that's funny. The very first time, we actually have a little like portable game that's battery operated of Deal or No Deal. And the very first time I picked the right case, I got $1 million. Of course, it was all fake, right? It's wish it was $1 million they sent me. That would be funny. All right, well, good. We did the connections. We did great on that. The mini, we did not do in. I think something's wrong with their timer because we did it in about 2 minutes, but it shows up as 35 minutes ago. Yes, it was 35 minutes ago. This was not 26 minutes long. Or 28. Could you imagine? This probably was. This took me, 20 minutes by itself? Good night. And then Mountain Band, talking about bluegrass music. I actually love bluegrass. What was the name? I need to look it up now. It's going to drive me crazy. Let me look it up real fast. Nickel Creek. Look up Nickel Creek. Listen to their most famous song called This Side. You've probably heard it before. I bet you've heard it before. But that is like pure bluegrass. That entire album is just absolutely gorgeous. I should play crossplay with Tyson. Okay, you know what I should play? I should play pickleball in my front driveway with my kids. That's what I should do. That has nothing to do with bluegrass music, and it has nothing to do with something being eaten. So... If you think I have eaten in these puzzles today, give this video a like, consider subscribing, and I will catch you on the next one. See you guys.